finished, but the end is still a long way away. We've been granted a short break, just a few minutes nap. I'm on an extreme hike, 24 hours through the mountains. At this stage, we're 19 hours into it. Everyone is suffering in one way or another. Mostly it's the feet, but others are simply running on empty. It's cold, and I don't know if I can really make it through the next 5 hours. It was hard enough just getting through the training. Days of high-altitude marching through the German Alps. For a flatlander like me, this was a completely new experience. I've been joined on this undertaking by 3 other people. Michaela Reif and Tobias Elsner are from the Ruhr Valley region and as new to the mountains as I am. Tobias says they wanted to do something new. They've not hiked much and wanted to try 24 hours. But for Michaela, the training is much harder than she expected. Katrin Bester started hiking this spring, but the Berlin native wasn't just interested in the walking aspect. Katrin explains that she was also intrigued by the idea of hiking through the night and into the sunrise, something you won't experience much in your lifetime. Our guide shows us the biggest challenge of our 24-hour journey, the Watzmann, one of the highest peaks in Germany. The path often disappears under rocks, and it's not always easy to find our way through. It's already very thirsty work. I test the cool waters of an alpine pool, but it's too chilly to swim. We train for 9 hours a day, almost always uphill, and as fast as we can. We know that the local pace setters in the 24-hour event will be even quicker. I can feel my pulse racing faster than if I was cycling or jogging. My legs are turning to jelly. I can't imagine hiking like that for 24 hours straight. I have to be prepared for every type of weather. Warm clothing, summer wear, waterproofs, and a bit of food. Then at 10 a.m. on Saturday, we line up in Berchtesgaden with another 150 extreme hikers.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We get off to an easy start. The terrain is flat, and we try to find a good speed that won't tire us out early.
Ja, klar. Nee, ja, das will ich vorne klauen.
An hour later, we hit the first climb.
Kommt jetzt das härteste Stück.
Heute Nachmittag 15:35.
In the next 4 hours, we have to climb 1,300 meters. That's harder than running a half marathon. It's 12 midday. We get our first rest stop at a hut called Kühlräumalm. The temperature has dropped to a soggy 10 degrees Celsius. Katrin tells me she's had to put on another t-shirt, but she doesn't want to get out her thick fleece jacket yet, since that's for the night when it really gets cold. She says she can stand it for now, and anyway the next stage is up to the Watzmann house, and hopefully we can up the tempo and warm up a bit. Tobias is not enjoying the weather at all. He wants to get going again so he can get warm again. And get going we do. The next climb we face is the steepest yet, and it takes us up dangerously slippery rocks. It's 3 p.m. We're 5 hours into our challenge and right on time. We've reached the Watzmann House, the highest point of the hike, 1,928 meters above sea level. But should we rest or press on? We opt for carbohydrates and water. After such a brisk climb, these hikers need to recharge their batteries. Michaela says she's proud to have made it up here and hopes that we've now got the hardest bit behind us. It's too drafty for Katrin and she's cold. She wants to press on. We have to get down as far as possible before dusk. Our descent takes us 1,300 meters down the valley. The group begins to thin out. So far, we've hiked for 9 hours and have covered a good 25 kilometers. We've mastered the 1,300-meter ascent and got through the physically most demanding stage of the tour in daylight. But despite the relief, the strain is beginning to show. My blistered feet are really aching. As night begins to fall, the hike becomes more of a mental exercise. We have to somehow keep our spirits up. An illuminated mountain stream is a welcome distraction for us tired souls. I go off ahead to the next checkpoint to meet Tony Grassel, the hike's organizer. It's just after 10 p.m.
Wunderbar.
Tony points out that we have managed about half the distance and passed the biggest obstacles. But he also says the biggest challenge ahead is our own physical fitness. And indeed, our pace has dropped noticeably. Katrin feels like she's on autopilot. She's curious to see how she'll get through the coming hours. We've been hiking for 12 hours now. We're on solid paths, much easier than our daytime rocky climb, but it feels harder. Tobias says he's feeling really tired and is just tagging along behind the others. It's 11 p.m., and we've fallen into a monotonous march. At midnight, we're treated to a musical interlude. Any chance to take the load off our feet is welcome right now. I don't think I could stay awake without coffee. It's 2 a.m. The pain in my feet is almost unbearable. I'd give anything to take my boots off right now. But I know that my feet would just swell up even more, and the pain would be worse later. At 4 a.m. we get a real break. We've reached the Schwarzeck chairlift. At last we can get to climb without effort. I would never have made it up on foot anyway. At the top, we grab another rest in a mountain restaurant. There are just 5 hours to go.
Im Namen des Vaters und des Sohnes und des Heiligen Geistes. Amen.
The impending dawn is greeted with an alpine mass. It's 6:30 a.m. and it's our very last climb. Now I just want to get it all over with. As we approach the finish, the sun comes up, but we're too tired to celebrate. I have another coffee to get through the last 20 or 25 minutes. By now, we're having difficulty walking in a straight line, but the prospect of the finish line keeps us going. And we get there after precisely 24 hours and 5 minutes. We've done it. We've covered 56 kilometers with a vertical distance of 2,600 meters. We have hiked around the clock. Michaela says it was tough, but she did better than she'd thought. It's still too soon, though, to say if she'd do it again. Katrin says she could imagine doing it again sometime, but for now it seems impossible to ever move again. Tobias says he's glad to have faced up to the challenge. As for me, I'm already thinking about the next target I can set myself.
Danke.